Boxing pound-for-pound rankings. Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford feature, and Floyd Mayweather is not no point one that determining who deserves to be lauded as the greatest boxer of the 21st century is no easy task. But the listeners of TalkSport have given it their best shot. Ahead of the epic fight between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford that carries massive implications for the placement of this list, several members of the TalkSport Dugout Opinion Panel have cast their verdict. Canelo and Crawford are two of boxing's best of the current era, but TalkSport fans have had their say on who the best in the 21st century are. Usyk is one of three male two-weight undisputed champions in the four-belt era and takes his place on top credit. Getty. The group was given a list of notable names who excelled from 2000 onwards, and of those boxers, 10 were selected. Fighters who narrowly missed out on the final top 10 include Vasyl Lomachenko, who made the cut with 43% of respondents, Andre Ward, 35%, Juan Manuel Marquez, 31%, and Naoya Inoue, 25%. The full list can be found below. 1. Alexander Usyk, 96%. Record, 24-0, 15 KOS years active, 2013 present. Key achievements during the century. Undisputed WBA, WBC, IBF, and WBO, cruiserweight and heavyweight world champion. Topping our listeners' list is Alexander Usyk. The Ukrainian slickster first went about conquering a very strong 2010s cruiserweight division, making 6 title defenses before becoming the first undisputed 200 pounds champion of the four-belt era. He then moved up to heavyweight in 2019 to achieve the same feat, casting aside Anthony Joshua, Daniel Dubois, and Tyson Fury twice each en route to unify all the major sanctioning body belts on 2 separate occasions. 2. Floyd Mayweather, 93%. Record, 50-0. 27 KOs. Mayweather won world titles in 5 separate weight classes. Credit. Getty. Years active, 1996 to 2017. Key achievements during the century. 5-division world champion. While Floyd Mayweather never became an undisputed champion, his body of work speaks for itself. During an illustrious career that included world title reigns in 5 divisions from super featherweight to super welterweight, Mayweather beat 6 fighters who were ranked within the top 10 pound-for-pound list at the time he fought them. These were Ricky Hatton, Juan Manuel Marquez, Shane Mosley, Robert Guerrero, Canelo Alvarez, and Manny Pacquiao. And that doesn't include the likes of Oscar de la Hoya, Miguel Cotto, Marcos Maidana, and Zab Judah, who all fell to Mayweather at the peak of his powers. 2. Manny Pacquiao, 93%. Pacquiao is the only 8-weight world champion in boxing history. Credit. Getty. Record. August 3rd, 62, 39 KOs. Years active, 1995 present. Key achievements during the century. Won world titles in 7 of his 8 divisions. Manny Pacquiao is the only 8-weight world champion in boxing history, and 7 of those weight classes were conquered in the 21st century. In his prime, Pacquiao beat the likes of Marco Antonio Barrera, Eric Morales, Oscar de la Hoya, and Miguel Cotto. And it appears his career isn't over just yet, with the Filipino puncher coming desperately close to defeating WBC welterweight champion Mario Barrios at the ripe old age of 46 in July. 4. Joe Calzaghe, 85%. Calzaghe is Britain's best boxer of the 21st century. Credit. Getty. Record. 46-0, 32 KOs. Years active, 1993 to 2008. Key achievements during the century. 2-weight world champion. Undoubtedly the best British fighter of the 21st century, Joe Calzaghe was never beaten during his stellar 46-fight career. Battling through serious hand injuries, the Welsh warrior won 3 of the 4 major belts at super middleweight, WBA, WBC, and WBO, with an exceptional display against Mikkel Kessler before moving up to light heavyweight to win the lineal belt from Bernard Hopkins, which he subsequently defended against Roy Jones Jr. 5. Oscar de la Hoya, 80%. De la Hoya's best years were in the 1990s, but he was excellent in the 2000s as well. Credit. Getty. Record. 39-6, 30 KOs. Years active, 1992 to 2008. Key achievements during the century. 1 world titles in 2 of 6 divisions. Oscar de la Hoya's 21st century resume doesn't include notable wins over Pernell Whitaker, Hector Camacho, or Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. twice. But a lot of his most famous nights came in the 2000s. In September 2002, he stopped Fernando Vargas to become unified WBA and WBC super welterweight champion. And in June 2004, he added the WBO middleweight belt to his glittering collection with a hard-fought decision win over Felix Sturm. De La Hoya lost 5 times from 2000 to 2008, but all of these came against elite-level competition. 6. Roy Jones Jr., 78%. Jones Jr. won world titles from super middleweight all the way up to heavyweight credit. Getty. Record, 66 to 10, 47 KOs. Years active, 1989 to 2023. Key achievements during the century. 1 world titles in 2 of 4 weight divisions. Undisputed at light heavyweight. Roy Jones Jr. is widely considered to be the best boxer of the 1990s, but he also enjoyed marked success in the 2000s as well. Many of his best wins at light heavyweight happened during this time, including notable world title defenses against Antonio Tarver and Clinton Woods. In 2003, after compiling an impressive 49-1 record and winning world titles in 3 separate weight classes, Captain Hook moved up to heavyweight to challenge John Ruiz for the WBA strap. Despite conceding 33 pounds, Jones Jr. was able to outclass Ruiz to win on points. 7. Canelo Alvarez, 72%. Canelo is the reigning undisputed super middleweight king credit. Getty. Record, February 2nd, 63, 39 KOs. Years active, 2005 present. Key achievements during the century. 4-weight world champion, undisputed at super middleweight. Between November 2019 and May 2022, Canelo was recognized by Ring magazine as the pound-for-pound best fighter of the planet. In order to earn this lofty status, he had to pick up world titles at super welterweight, middleweight, and light heavyweight before achieving undisputed supremacy at super middleweight. Only Dimitri Bivol and Mayweather have defeated Canelo in a fruitful 20-year career, which continues to flourish. 8. Vladimir Klitschko, 70%. Klitschko is the second longest reigning heavyweight champion of all time credit. Getty. Record, 64-5, 53 KOs. Years active, 1996 to 2017. Key achievements during the century. Unified WBA, IBF, and WBO heavyweight champion. While Vitaly Klitschko is considered to be the more talented brother in most boxing circles, it is Vladimir who carved out the better legacy. The Ukrainian competed in more heavyweight world title fights than anyone in history, while his second reign was only surpassed in length by the great Joe Louis. That legendary run went from April 2006 to November 2015, spanning 9 years, 7 months, and 6 days. 9. Bernard Hopkins, 60%. Hopkins is the oldest world champion of all time credit. Getty. Record, August 2nd, 55, 32 KOs. Years active, 1988 to 2016. Key achievements during the century. 2-division world champion, undisputed at middleweight. Bernard Hopkins was 35 years old by the time the new century was welcomed in, but that didn't stop him from establishing himself as one of the all-time great middleweights in the early 2000s with wins over Felix Trinidad, De La Hoya, and Keith Holmes. His undisputed 160 pounds reign was followed by a move to light heavyweight, where he showed unprecedented longevity to become a 3-time 175 pounds champion in his 40s. His last reign ended in November 2014 at the hands of Say.